What's up guys? My name is Caroline if you're new here. If you've been here before, welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year. It's 2023, the year for me, and I'm really excited about it. I learned a lot in 2022 and I'm excited to enter 2023 with a fresh start. No more toxic relationships. I'm running away from a red flag as soon as I see it. And my biggest lesson was to always, always, always trust my gut, because guys, that shit never lies. And I did not listen to my gut in 2022. So I'm doing that now. 2023, let's go. I'm super excited. And I wanted to start off the year with my everyday makeup routine because I haven't done that in like 2 years, and I have been loving a lot of products that are in my regimen and I want to share them with you guys. So without further ado, let's get on into it. First things first, I'm gonna go in with the queen of all queens, Miss Hailey Bieber's Rhode Peptide Lip Treatment, and I was lucky enough to get my hands on the limited edition vanilla cake flavor, and guys, I'm not kidding when I say it literally tastes like a vanilla cake, and it's so yummy, so delicious, and I swear to God, this peptide lip treatment is actually worth the hype. It's so moisturizing like a lip balm while still giving you that glossy finish like a lip gloss, which, if you know me, I love a shine, I love a dewy look, so I am really here for this, and it's like the best. I have it in the unscented flavor. I've had the watermelon one, which I already finished, and then of course had to get the vanilla cake. So love it so much. Also just really keep packaging this one because it's like the white with the pink, and I love the color pink, so it's just cute to have in your bag. But again, really, really love this. And I like to start off with a lip balm just because right now my lips are a little chapped, so I kind of want to get them glossy and ready for my lip later. So that's just a good little base that I like to start with. So the first thing I put on my face as a base, a nice primer, is this Supergoop Glow Screen. This has SPF 40 in it, which is awesome because, as you guys know, always, always, always wear SPF. And it's nice that this is just included in my primer, so I don't even have to worry about that. But I'm not kidding when I say this is actually my holy grail of all holy grails. If I could recommend any product that I use, it would be this one. I get so many compliments on my skin when I wear this. People saying, oh my gosh, you look so glowy. Your skin is so dewy. Your skin is so nice. You have such good skin. What do you use? What do you use? I swear to God, it's not my actual skin, and it's this glow screen. It is the best. It gives you that lit from within glow. And the best thing about it is it's not like sparkly or glittery. It's just like a dewy shine. So I seriously, like, this is like my favorite thing ever. And I always use this as my base. Also, I'm gonna be looking over here because I have my amazing makeup mirror that I could not recommend enough. It's wireless, so you can literally have it with you anywhere you are. And it charges with this cord that it comes with that you just plug in here. And it has two sides, which is amazing. So it has like the magnifying and the regular, and it also has different like shades. So it has like a more blue tone, a more warm tone, which is what I use. And I think it was around like $40 on Amazon. So I'll link it down in the description below so you guys can check it out, because it seriously is like the best, and I can't do makeup without it. So the best thing ever. So what I do again is just pour probably like a dime size amount onto my fingertips, and then I just rub it into my hands a little bit and apply all over my face. As you guys can probably tell, you can already see that glowy finish, and it's really, really lightweight, so it doesn't feel like I have really anything on my skin, so I love that. So you guys are gonna notice that a lot of the products I use, like the majority of them, give off a very dewy, glowy effect, because that's just my personal favorite kind of look. So for my base, I go in with Saie's Slip Tint, which also conveniently has SPF 35 in it. So we're really doubling up on the SPF. You can never have too much SPF on. And it's just a tinted moisturizer, and Saie is great. They are a clean beauty brand. I'm pretty sure Supergoop is also a clean beauty brand. I use the shade 4, which is quite dark, but as you guys can tell, I'm a little paler. What the hell was that noise? I'm a little pale right now because sometimes I like to give my face a break from using like the Tan Luxe stuff, which is what I usually mix in with my moisturizer to give me a good color, especially in the winter months. So this is a little bit darker than my natural skin, but I like it because it just gives me a little tan boost. But what I do is I apply this with a beauty blender, and I recently did just wash all of my makeup brushes, so that's always like the best feeling. I'm gonna try to make it a ritual to wash them every week because these harbor a lot more bacteria than we realize, and we don't want that. So I just wet my beauty blender and put the tinted moisturizer on the back of my hand, and I just dab it all over like so. And this stuff is great because since it is a tinted moisturizer, which I like to do instead of like a foundation because I just think it's lighter coverage, and I don't want such a heavy look on my face on the day-to-day. Honestly, I also use this as a going out like foundation, but why it's so good is because it's buildable. So like when I'm going out at night, I'll put a little bit more on, so I kind of have that more coverage look. But I love it because during the day, it's really lightweight and gives me that like sheer kind of coverage. And that's kind of what I'm striving for during the day. And because again, it's a tinted moisturizer, it does also have that dewy kind of effect, which, as I said before, I am striving for. And then I do kind of just bring it down any last remainder, well, that sounded really weird, down my neck, because we have to make it even. But like you guys can tell, I need to tan my body, I need to tan my face. I'm the tanning queen, but never in a bed, always fake self-tanner. Also though, actually, now that I have you and we're talking about tanner, let me show you the tanner that I use. It's the best. Please hold. So I use Tan Luxe face drops. I use the shades medium dark. Again, I have like naturally very pale skin, but again, I just like to be tan. So I use medium dark and I mix them with my moisturizer for my face. But for my body, guys, I actually found this from Tinks. It's the Luxe Unfiltered Hydrating Self Tanning Cream. I am obsessed with this stuff. It gives you such a nice color while still being really, really moisturizing, because at the end of the day, it is body lotion. And I've noticed that it doesn't transfer at all truly on my clothes like mousse would. Now they did just come out with a mousse, so I'm very curious about that and I really want to try that. But I do love the lotion because it really doesn't transfer. I started with the Santal scent first. Now I have the rosewood. I prefer Santal. I think it smells better. Don't really like the smell of this rosewood if I'm being honest, but I can't recommend Luxe Unfiltered enough. I used to use Jergens, I've used Saint Tropez, and both of those, they were like the mousse. Both of them just would get on my sheets and anything white I was wearing if I hadn't like initially washed it off first. So I love the color this gives you. It's also very buildable, so if you want more color, you can just keep adding it on. Use it day to day, whatever you want to do, once a week, twice a week. The world is your oyster. But really, really love this stuff. Again, Luxe Unfiltered, incredible body self-tanner. Thank me later. And then next up, I do my concealer, and then just staying in line with the Saie products, I have the Saie concealer in shade 4. Again, it's called Hydra Beam, and I will say I do like it. It's good. Not a lot of coverage. If you're looking for a lot of coverage, this is not going to be your concealer. But I actually do have the Kosas one on deck for when I finish this one because it's almost out. And I'm really excited to try the Kosas one because I've heard incredible things. But I do like this one. I do think it provides a good, again, glowy kind of finish. I just put it under my eyes and on any blemish that I want to cover up. So I have a little bit of old like redness from an old pimple over here and over here that I'll cover up, and right here. But again, I do have the Kosas one waiting for me to use, so updates to come on that one when I use it. But I like this for, it's okay. It's okay. But again, I don't think I would buy it again because clearly I'm trying the Kosas one. But I just dab it in with my beauty blender under my eyes. And it's just a light coverage, nothing crazy. So if you need more, don't get this one. But I do like sometimes using the same brand for my base and concealer because obviously I feel like they're meant to work together. So that's kind of why I have it. And it gets the job done, okay? I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I'm kind of meh about it. you know? There's a fine line between looking dewy and then looking oily. So I do like to go in with a loose setting powder to set my concealer especially, and also just kind of set a base down for the T-zone and like around my nose so that it doesn't look on the greasy side of things. So I used to use Laura Mercier's translucent setting powder, but I saw a TikTok about it actually, and I guess there's talc in that, and I guess talc isn't good for your skin. I don't really know what it is and what it does, but I saw an ex-Sephora employee posted her like favorite products, and she said for talc-free setting powder, she uses Lawless. So I just got the mini size. I actually like getting the mini size of translucent setting powders because they last a long time, and I don't need a big one. And it honestly just ends up taking up more room in your makeup bag if like you're traveling and bringing your makeup wherever you're going. So I like to just use the mini size, and it's also a great way to just like test it out. So I use the Real Technique brushes for this. It's actually a crease brush for like your eyes, but I just use it as my powder brush because I like to bring it under my eyes. Also, a little goes a long way with this stuff. So I like kind of tap off the extra, and you can like, it's flying everywhere. I don't know if you can see that, but I just like to do it under my eyes and where I applied the spot treatment, and then in like the T-zone areas, like I said. So like a little bit around my nose, chin, and my forehead. See, that kind of just helps mattify the places that I want to be mattified, because I know after wear, the natural shine will start to come back. So this kind of just gives it that more natural glowy look without looking greasy. So I like that for that reason. And then one of my favorite products is bronzer, because like I said, love a bronzed tan look. So I have been using Fenty Beauty Match Sticks in the shade Mocha 03. And I really like it. I used to use only powder bronzers, but I decided to try a cream bronzer after hearing the reviews on this one, and I love it. I just kind of paint it on my like cheekbone area, and then I go up on my forehead like so. And then when I'm going out at night, I usually like to do it under my jawline, but for the day-to-day, I don't really do that. It's like, honestly, I'm just like too lazy to do it. So I apply it just to my cheekbone and forehead, and then I, again, come back in with my Beauty Blender. My Beauty Blender is like my favorite thing ever. And I just dab it in. I love the Beauty Blender much more than a brush, truthfully, because it doesn't give you those brush strokes. And sometimes I think brushes do that, you know, it kind of looks more streaky. And I think the Beauty Blender just blends it in so seamlessly and nicely. So there you go. I feel like the bronzer just gives you a nice bronzed look. Make me tan, baby, make me tan. Ooh, ooh, ah, ooh, ooh, ah, ah. So then, if I were to go out at night, I would put a highlighter on. I use the Becca one in the color Champagne Pop. And I used to wear it on the day-to-day, but I've realized because my base is so dewy and glowy, it's honestly a little too much to put highlighter, I think, now for the day-to-day, because I kind of already do have that like glowy shine, and I just don't need that for the daytime. So then I'll go immediately in with my blush, which I've been using this Chanel powder blush in the shade 440 Quintessence, and it's this really pretty pinky color. I actually love a peachy blush, which I don't even like the shade peach to begin with, but I think on my skin tone it looks really nice. So this is honestly a little bit more of a pink than what I typically use, but I have it in my makeup drawer, so I'm using it, and I do like it. I use just like the Sephora Precision Blush brush, and my friend complimented me on this blush, so I do think it's pretty, and I kind of just apply it to like the higher points of my cheekbone. And I used to do it like right on the apples of my cheeks, but one of my friends also said to like apply blush a little bit higher up, and I'm into that. And then of course, I always go in with a little bit on the bridge of my nose because I think it gives you that nice like sun-kissed look. And I think it like rounds out your face with the blush in the cheeks and like a little on the bridge of your nose. So really into it. And I think it's a nice girly pink kind of color. Okay, so then I go in to my brows. So I have not gotten my eyebrows done since before COVID, honestly. Like once COVID hit and literally the whole world shut down and we couldn't get our eyebrows done or anything, I just started doing them myself and I haven't gone back. I'm really into it. I like the more messy, thicker brow look anyway, and I just pluck what I need to pluck and save money while I'm at it. So it's a win-win. And I also don't like to fill in my brows because again, I kind of like that feathered, messy look. So I have tried a lot of different eyebrow gels, guys, and I've decided from what I've tried so far, I've tried the Anastasia, I've tried the Rose Ink brow gel, I've tried, there's another one I tried, I can't remember what it is now, but I always go back to the Benefit 24-hour brow setter in just the clear shade. I just think it has the best hold. I just used the Rose Ink one before this, and guys, no, don't get, sorry, I love Rosie Huntington Whiteley, but for me at least, it did not have any kind of staying holding power because again, like I said, I like to brush my brows up and make it that feathered look, and they just like didn't stay with the Rose Ink. So there's two sides to this brush. There is the shorter side and the longer side. So what I do is I start with the shorter side and I just kind of comb the product through my brows. I've actually heard you're supposed to go backwards when you do that to really coat every hair. And then I go in with the longer side to brush up. So shorter side to kind of coat the lashes, or brows rather, and longer side to brush up and style them, if you will. So that's what I do. And I just like love that look of like a feathered look. You can see the difference. Just makes them look fuller. And with this Benefit gel, it actually stays. Your brows will stay up. Not like Rose Ink. I'm sorry, did not work for me. Maybe it'll work for you, but not for me. So again, I just do the same thing on the other side, go long version, and style. There you go, a little brushed up look. So then before I do my mascara, I like to do my setting spray because I feel like when I do my mascara, right after doing it, it's a little wet, and if I close my eyes, I feel like I get some of the mascara on the bottom of my like under eyes. So I usually do my setting spray before my mascara. That's just my personal preference. I actually really have been loving this Dewy Set setting spray from Anastasia. It does not come out glittery like the bottle. It is like a clear, but it does give you that glowy, dewy look that we are striving for with this makeup look. So I just kind of give a little spritz all over. I might do more than the average person, but I just like to make sure I really coat it all. It also has a really nice coconutty scent, which reminds me of being on a tropical vacation, sipping a pina colada, just living my best life. So it's just a nice little escape, you know, when you put on your setting spray. I just kind of wave it dry and let it set. So after I do the setting spray, I'll go in with my mascara. I like to start off first with an eyelash curler. So I just use this one from Shiseido. So I just curl both sides. It's amazing what an eyelash curler can do, guys. Like, I can't imagine putting on mascara now without an eyelash curler. It just gives your lashes such a good lift before you put on the good stuff. So I actually found this mascara from my friend Carly, who uses it, and it's from Thrive Cosmetics. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it, but it's their liquid lash extensions, just black mascara. I forget what exactly they call their formula, but it's like microfibers. So they basically doesn't flake, smudge, or anything. And I am so used to mascara that like falls down and gets under my under eyes and is just horrible and gets like on the top of my eyelids and just bad. So this stuff does not do that at all. And it's also really, really easy to take off. It can come off with just like water, and you'd see it if you took it off. It comes off in like little strips, like little strands almost. And I don't know, whatever formula they use for the actual product is amazing because it doesn't smudge or flake off or anything. And it gives such a pretty, voluminous but also lengthening kind of look. So I do the top and the bottom because I like to kind of open up my eyes a little bit more on the bottom as well. But if you're currently using a mascara that is flaking on you or smudging or anything like that, highly, 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 highly recommend Thrive Cosmetics. So good. Shout out to my friend Carly for introducing me to this. And then last but definitely not least, I go in with my lip. I never used to be a daily lip wearer, but I feel like ever since I discovered lip liner, I'm obsessed and I literally can't really survive without putting on a lip. I just think it completes the look, you know? So we all know Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk is just a great universal color, and that is one of my faves. I use it all the time. But I recently discovered this NYX lip liner in the shade Natural. I think it was Makeup by KA, if you guys know of her on Instagram. She might have been the one that talked about this. I think it was her. But these NYX lip liners, guys, are so good. They're literally $5. You can get them at Ulta. That's where I got this one. I think they sell them at like just everyday drugstores too though. And it's so creamy, such a good formula, long lasting. And this shade Natural is just like the perfect nudie pink everyday look. So I kind of like dab off my Rhode lip treatment before I put this on, just so there's no glossy finish, because then I can't put the liner on as well. So obviously I just kind of shape the outside of my lips and follow the natural line of them. This formula seriously is so creamy and I love it. And for the price, guys, it's so good. But you can kind of already see on my lower lip how pretty the color is. And then I just do the same on my top, obviously. Such a pretty color. It kind of looks like Pillow Talk. And then I kind of bring it a little more into my lip and just kind of bring it down in like lines on my upper. Kind of just like dab it together. And then I finish it off with Summer Friday's Lip Butter Balm in the shade Vanilla Beige, I believe. Yes, Vanilla Beige. And this matches this color so well and is great because it gives it that extra color while also being, again, like a lip balm. So I love this stuff. It smells really good. It smells like vanilla-y. And I just apply it on top of the liner for that glossy look, while still being really moisturizing. So there you have it. Such a good lip color, guys. It's so good. It's great for the day-to-day. I couldn't recommend it enough. $5 NYX lip liner and the Summer Fridays lip balm. Great duo together. And I think it just completes the look. Like, it just gives it a nice overall finish. And there you have it. That is my everyday makeup routine. This is what I'll wear to the office. This is what I wear if I'm running around doing errands and want to put makeup on and just look more put together. And it's super, super easy. I'll include all of the products in the description box below. But I hope you guys have an amazing start to 2023. Please leave me any suggestions you want to see in the comments below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Love ya.